documented, have been suffering in the give you everything, and then when they're there, they keep making money out of these guys. And if you see where these guys are staying, they don't have anything to show for it. So for Mohbad, I feel like I don't know, my opinion, Mohbad was killed. There's nothing they can tell me, because Naira Marley gave this guy hell on earth.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of people have been talking about how he struggled. Go ahead.
He kept on crying about it. He kept on saying it, but we Nigerians were ignorant. Of course, everybody have issues they're experiencing. They have a lot of things they're doing, but his voice was not heard. But I think it's gonna bring an end to all the big people using these young ones and making them experience all this pain.
I mean, so, I doubt that it's the day that it started. This thing has been on for a minute. A lot of back and forth, a lot of, celebrities dealing with young stars, dealing with what do they call them, record labels and the drama and whatnot. But what is really getting me about this whole story is, the association between the Sami Larry association with Naira Marley, and how it's starting to look like there's a cabal or some kind of cult and whatnot. And a lot of musicians are coming out to say, hey, okay, we need to speak up at this point.
They hear this from these people. They didn't tell them. The truth is, Malians are actually, we know it's a cult. When you come, you're signing something. See this guy that was posted yesterday, one of them that is very ill, slimmed down,
the
and all
DJ
that. Yeah, DJ Splash.
Yeah, they
kept on injecting him and he was losing his memory. He was just there, nothing was happening to him. He told them he wanted to leave, nobody was listening to him, and according to them, he said they were beginning to connive against him. They started putting stuff inside his food, and he was beginning to, he said he studied his body so well that he understood what was happening to him when things started changing. And at a point, he stopped eating their food. And then he started getting better. They had to call his mom, come and take this boy home and everything, because they were injecting them stuff. These are things that people have been ignoring. What were they giving them? Even Mohbad, in one of his videos where he was crying, that NDLEA
that the NDLEA put something in the water that they gave him. Now the NDLEA have come out to debunk that. They said, oh, nothing like that happened in our when he was with us or in any of our facilities. But then again, I feel like that's one of the things that in the ongoing investigation should be taken very seriously.
I think they should question his dad, because according to one of the dad's neighbor, he said the dad wanted to even bury him the night he died, at night.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, he said he wanted to bury him that night. So why are you rushing? Mohbad is not a Muslim. Mohbad is a Christian.
Neither is the father.
They didn't take him to the mortuary. There was nothing done to this guy. Did you see the coffin? How they bent his head in the coffin?
I heard about it. I deliberately refused to watch anything like that, because
you get to see this guy's head bent in the coffin, and according to them, the coffin guy said they didn't give him enough time
to make one that was his size.
There are lots of coffins you can buy. Davido sent 2 million naira. You could have
picked and yeah, the father said of the 2 million naira, he only got a part. The reason why I am suspecting the father's involvement is not necessarily about how when he decided to bury his son and whatnot, because different people have different preferences when it comes to death and burying and whatnot. I know that after the funeral, people can start to heal. That's why I'm bury the dead early, so that you can begin your healing process. But not that same night. But that's not what's getting to me yet. It's how from the graveyard they're already saying his properties, we want to take it from the wife. We don't know the wife.
That is why we think they should question the family, because even the father, I feel they should question the dad. There's something he needs to tell us. Who is threatening you? I feel like this man is receiving calls that he's not talking about. Because
I don't think he's being threatened. He's not behaving like someone that's being threatened. Because if you're being threatened, we'll see fear and we'll still see grief. We haven't seen grief. Have you seen videos of the fact? I feel he knows something, but he's not a victim. He's probably a conspirator. Like he's conspiring with someone. I don't know. This is all like this is all, or this is not facts. This is just us saying based on what we are saying.
Did you see the
this
mother's
might
interview?
Be the situation. I saw the mother. The mother looks like someone that's grieving the death of her child. But the father
she said since her son joined Malian, the Malians, that his life had never been better. Every day was problem, pain upon pain. So they threatened all the people they were threatening that were passing through hell. they got them because they were slimming down, giving them drugs, and everything was happening. For Mohbad, they couldn't get him. They injected him, they gave him drugs, they did a lot of things to actually put him down. But Mohbad did not go down. And the easiest thing was to kill him.
The circumstances around his death, though, is very.
So I have one thing for Nigerians. I said, in as much as we want to hear the truth and we're shouting, kill Naira Marley, justice for Mohbad.
No, I don't think we have to
question the 24-hour scenario around his death.
Exactly.
I feel like we're going to get lots of answers
absolutely
from that time.
And I do feel like this is a chance that the Nigerian police force and the DSS now they are working together on this investigation. This is a time for them to prove to Nigerians that they can actually get something done, because a lot of questions have been asked, and I'm hoping that they are not going to try to play on the narrative that Nigerians easily get distracted, and in a very short period of time we're not going to be talking about it anymore, and then they can just let the investigations go. The reason why I'm quite positive that's not going to happen is because we have people like Iyabo Ojo on this case, and she's someone that is dogged when it comes to actually getting to the root of stuff. We saw it happen with, what's the name of this Yoruba actor that had a situation with a minor. He sexually harassed a minor, and they went through with the case until it got, even when people were done talking about it, Iyabo Ojo was still on it. Gist Lover is another person who is strongly on it. Tonto DK is also on it, and we have a lot of celebrities that are lending their voice. In fact, I earlier saw a video by what's her name again, that worry girl, Tomama. And she was saying the Nigerian police force and the authorities don't have to wait until every Nigerian becomes an advocate of some sort before they start to take matters seriously. Because in the same crime, a young man, 27, dies unexplainably, and this is someone that has even made reports that his life is under threat. They shouldn't have even released the body. His body should have been held until the coroner's office has cleared that, this is how he died.
The thing is, who held the body? They said they took him to the hospital. According to the father, he said when they called him that his son was dead, he was rushing to the hospital, getting to a particular bus stop. They called him that the son had already died. He should just go home. He went to the house. He saw his son lying on the floor. What would the son be doing on the floor? He's not supposed to be at the hospital, or probably taken to the mortuary or something.
Like, the entire circumstance is just not adding up. Well, regardless of what happens, Nigerians are seriously unfollowing Naira Marley. The reason why I am very about it right now is I'm wondering how they followed him in the first place. Because a friend of mine was like, "Are you following Naira Marley?" I'm like, "Wait, what?"
I never followed him.
I should do. What am I looking for on Naira Marley's face or page? I mean, the only leg walk. There are two people that I know that do that kind of music that I like, and it's Zlatan and Pokoli. And it's because I have a pretty decent relationship with the two of them in real life, and I know that they are sensible people. That's why I'm following them. I don't think that you would find me following, but if you're a Nigerian and you're following any one of them, do as you wish. If you want to unfollow them, go ahead. It's your phone, it's your data, it's your Instagram account. But Daniel Rega made a very important point of note, and I hate to admit that he did say something important, but he did. He said they're unfollowing Naira Marley on Instagram and not unfollowing him on Twitter. Anyway, Nigerians can do as they please. Lots of radio stations are banning his music. Lots of clubhouses and DJs are doing that, and I think that is very necessary. We need to get to the bottom of this. If there's a cult, and if the cult is actually like playing with the lives of people, then it should be taken care of. They don't have to thrive. The next story we're looking at, Omale has shared a valuable lesson he learned from Justin Bieber. So, since breaking into the mainstream in 2020, Omale has enjoyed a speedy ascension that made him one of Afrobeat's foremost exports. Right? Well, in a recent interview, he shared that he picked up a valuable lesson on how to be just a normal person from Justin Bieber. And I think this is like very, very important, because most of the time when you are in public light, when you're a celebrity, quote and unquote, you're a public figure, you forget to be a human being first. And you get carried away by the pressure sometimes it's even internal pressure. It's not even from outside. You just assume that people are expecting you to be a certain kind of way, while you could actually just go ahead and be your own person.
Apart from people expecting you to act some kind, apart from you thinking it, people are actually expecting you to act some kind of way.
Yeah,
Trust
sometimes.
me.
Yeah.
You can just be outside eating something and somebody will just take a picture of you. Is this not this person?
And they drop
snap.
you for it.
And before you know, it's on social media. So society.
How to beat that? How to beat that? You take the picture yourself, or when they put it, you post, you repost it. Like, yeah, I was enjoying my. I remember when I was in the city of Jos one day, someone called on my radio show and said, "Mama, I saw you in Terminus and you were eating." I think the person said sugarcane or what did they call it, Debino or something. And I said, if it's sugarcane, it wouldn't be me, because I like to make sure they have to chop my sugarcane in very tiny. My teeth is not that strong. So you hardly see, but Debino, yes, you catch me eating Debino on the street, and thank you very much for seeing me. Next time, take a picture and send it to me. And I think all of that, it dropped a little bit, all of that expectation of, because people need to understand that you are beyond your job. Being a public figure is your job. Okay, imagine if every time I see a medical doctor, I expect the medical doctor to be putting on scrubs or a white coat, or every time I see an engineer, they're supposed to have all of their working tools and whatnot. Do you get it? Musicians, actors, actresses, OAPs, they are human beings first. Okay, so let's learn how to see them as that.
I think I'll blame the celebrities, because it's a life that when you start avoiding these things, and once you try to go back, the world will see how is she doing this. They begin to judge you because you started it, so you have to finish what you started.
The final story we're taking is from Big Brother Naija House, and I'm taking this story because Mama Big Brother is here. I don't know. Naomi follows everything. She knows the life history of virtually everybody in that house. So she's the one that's going to help us out of this. El-Rufai has rejected Cross's attempt at reconciliation between them after a misunderstanding on Big Brother Naija Stars. So in her words, she said, forget about the friendship. If you want to work things out, work things after the house. See, this one is 120 MO. I don't know what that means, but
for El-Rufai, I think she's already in the finals and she feel, I'm already there. So whoever is coming close to me is actually seeing something. I don't know. She actually gave a show. Mm-hmm. She's not my fave. Mercy, aka is actually my fave. She
has always been your fave.
But I have to say, I don't know. I feel El-Rufai might win the 120 because she gave a show. That's how I feel. I want Mercy Eke to win, of course.
Again,
El-Rufai is very, very manipulative. She'll provoke you and act as a victim.
I mean, is that not what the show is about?
That is it. So she gave a show. So I feel she's going to win. And right now she feels like, okay, I'm with all the big people, all the people that felt. She's the smallest, to be honest.
She's the youngest?
She's the youngest, the smallest, even by body size, everything right now. So I just feel like El-Rufai knows what she's doing right now. And she feels I'm already in the final. So whoever is coming close to me, pride is already entering. You can feel it.
Pride and fame and money. This is three things. They are very good friends.
But Cross is already a famous person. She shouldn't do that to Cross. I just feel like.
But that's the thing now. What's that thing they call it? See finish. You used to be a star in my eyes. Now we're in the same house. What is so star about you?
I feel like she's going to win the show. I feel.
So. And then the pride will be more.
Do you understand?
This has been a very, 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 very exciting episode of In the Streets. I had a great time. Would you believe we've been talking for 30 minutes?
Are you serious?
Yes, we have. Okay, guys. Thank you, Nami Socials, for stopping by. Do you have any final words to tell us?
Nothing really. Let's just keep fighting for Mohbad and all the upcoming artists out there.
Well, what I have to say to you, upcoming or young artists, is simple. Be very careful what you're getting yourself into. I understand the pressure, especially when you have a dream, you want to make it come true. Don't dine on the same table with the devil. Even if you're using a long fork, he's going to get back to you. In fact, don't get in the same building with the devil.
Very deep truth.
If it looks too good to be true, chances are it is too good to be true. That being said, you can find episodes of this You can find this episode on our social media platform, YouTube. Actually, it's Voice of the People Abuja. Okay, Voice of the People 961 Abuja. Either way you put that in on YouTube, you're going to find it. And follow us across all social media platforms. It is at VOP 961. that being said, oh yeah, your social media, baby girl.
Nami socials on all platforms.
Follow Nami socials on all platforms. I'm leaving you with Mobad. Ask about me. Party to this and remember him, people.